Hi everyone. Today I'm going to give the introduction about SAP HANA. Before going to start the session, I just want to give the introduction about myself. My name is Kumar. I have total 9 plus years of experience into SAP Abap, XIPI, BW HANA, and Abap HANA. I work in the functional areas like SDMM, HR, IS strategies, and have 5 plus years of experience into online trainings as well as corporate training experience. This is all about my experience. So before going to start the session into the HANA, we need to see how as HANA has come into the picture, how it is important for the customers as well as migrating into the HANA from ECC. So SAP is likely the largest computer software house in the world today. SAP is famous for its enterprise resource planning (ERP) software used by the most of the largest companies throughout the world. SAP's ERP system allows business to store just about all the information they need to function, from data related to customers, to purchase orders, to deliveries, to invoices, through to production schedules for factories, stock levels, and so on. So SAP's main selling point is the real-time integrated aspect of the system. If an incoming delivery is entered into the system, then the stock levels are updated in the real time. So the data is always fresh and always current. So in 1997, SAP released SAP Business Information Warehouse, its vision of data warehouse solution for the SAP ERP. So before going to that, we just need to talk about why SAP HANA has become more popular over the traditional database. For that, so before going to the SAP, these are the five IBM employees who has founded the SAP. And before going to SAP, what are the prerequisites to learn SAP? Is ABAP required to learn SAP? Whether we need to know SAP BW, SAP BO, SAP BI. Let's see one by one. So before going to an SAP HANA, okay, first of all, we need to learn what is a database, because SAP HANA is a database. So database, it is a physical device which contains a collection of files that contain data. So every organization needs a database to store the data. Earlier we used to use in the traditional database, we used to use as a SAP Oracle, and some of the databases like example IBM DB2, and nowadays we are using as SAP HANA database. So what exactly a database management system is? It is a software tool which is used to organize, create, modify, update data resided in the database. We can simply say it as a tool to store and transform data into the information to support making decisions. So a DBMS is said to be a relational DBMS or RDBMS if the database relationships are treated in the form of a table. So let's see how this traditional database has come into picture and how there is a disadvantage of using traditional database. So first of all, we need to know why SAP is popular over the traditional database. As we discussed what the database is like and database management system is, and now we are talking about the disadvantage of traditional database. And then next we come to the data warehouse, and next we'll come to the SAP HANA. So disadvantage of using the traditional database is, for example, if we consider for our laptop or a desktop, when we consider in the end user perspective, when the request sent by the user will be sent to the central processing unit, what you call as CPU. It will process the request and fetch the data from the physical memory, what you call as the database, right, and place it into the main memory, what you call as the RAM. So if the same request processed again, data will be fetched from the main memory. So if a new request sent by the user, it will again fetch the data from database, which decreases the read performance, So due to less storage capacity of an operational database or DBMS, we use operational database only for transaction data. As I earlier said, we use a transaction data, that is called as a current data. So through operational database, we can achieve only OLTP, online transaction processing, which includes create, modify, update operations. So in order to store large amount of historical data, we use a data warehouse. So a data warehouse is OLAP. So in 1997, SAP released a business warehouse, business information warehouse, its vision of data warehouse solution for the SAP ERP. So this product has gone through several different versions right up to the SAP BW 7.3 version, the latest at the time of writing. Okay, so the business warehouse, the term used to describe the underlying technology as opposed to business intelligence, used to describe the user-facing technology system, allows users to report on the data stored in the ERP system, allowing from simple analysis to complex simulations on sales forecast depending on different factors. So data warehouse is a database which is kept separate from the organization operational database, which is used to maintain historical data. So then how this BW is helpful, how it helps an organization. Let's come to that point. One of the best advantage to using a data warehouse is that users will be able to access a large amount of information, which helps an organization in analytical reporting, queries, and data mining. So when you come to the integration part, the data from the different locations of an organization is extracted and loaded into the data warehouse. So the main disadvantage is like we are maintaining the historical data. So for that we need to have the high maintenance. So data warehouses are high maintenance systems. Any reorganization of the business process and the source system may affect the data warehouses, and it results high maintenance cost. So when you're maintaining a high maintenance, there'll be a high maintenance cost. And when you see the long duration projects, the building of a warehouse can take up to 3 years, which is why some organizations are reluctant in investigating into data warehouse. Some only the historical data of a particular department is captured in the data warehouse, resulting data marts. These data marts support only the requirements of a particular department and limited the functionality to that department or area only. So we can overcome the above limitation by using uh, a combination of hardware and a software, which is what you call as an appliance. So there are two different principal functions of SAP software, like SAP ERP stores data in a database, SAP BW takes data in the database, aggregates it, and presents totals and trends to the user. So traditionally, it has become very difficult to optimize SAP BW systems to provide satisfactory performance for reporting. So reports taking minutes or even hours to execute are not uh, unheard of despite optimization efforts, including pre-calculation of aggregates, storing multiple copies of data at the different detail levels, and so on. So till BW, all the data we are going to store, SAP is going to store in the physical device, what you call as hard disk. Okay, so SAP has come up with a new product, a product which is a combination of both software and hardware, is called an appliance, which gives a combination of both the software and hardware, which gives a high performance and pushing all the data to the database, doing all the aggregation at the database level, where the data is going to store in the RAM instead of hard disk. So that is what you call as high performance analytical appliance, what you call as a SAP HANA. So this is the main difference between the traditional and versus SAP HANA. So let's go to why customers chooses SAP HANA. So why SAP HANA is most popular for the why customers chooses SAP HANA is like, first of all, when you're storing the data onto the RAM, it will be very faster. So the speed HANA, SAP manages massive data volume at a high speed. So it delivers the real-time enterprise solutions through the most advanced in-memory technology. So SAP HANA provides a foundation on which building new generation applications, and enabling customers to analyze large quantities of data virtually from any source would be in real time. So a live analysis by a consumer products company release how SAP analyzes current point of sales in the real time. So when you come to the real time, SAP HANA manages massive data volume at high speed. So it really, as I said, it delivers the real time enterprise solutions through the most advanced in memory technology. So SAP HANA provides a foundation on which building new generation applications and enabling customers to analyze large quantities of data virtually from any source would be in real time. And it can extract. SAP HANA helps you to gain insights from structured and unstructured data. So it can extract any data from any source. It can be structured or unstructured format. So SAP integrates structured and unstructured data from internal and external sources and can work on detailed data without aggregations. So this is why why customers chooses SAP HANA. So the hardware partners are it's a combination of hardware and the software. So the hardware partners are SAP hardware partners currently SAP, HP, Fujitsu, Cisco, IBM, Hitachi, NET, Dell, etc. So what happens when the power goes? So SAP HANA is an in-memory database, means all the data is going to store in the reside in the RAM. But there is also a disk memory for backup purpose when the power goes. So the SAP HANA holds the bulk of its data in the memory for maximum performance, but still uses a persistent storage to provide the full backup in case of failure. Okay, so that's the reason. So after power failure, database can be restarted like any disk-based database and return to its consistent stage by replaying the log since the last save point. So till now, what we have discussed is SAP HANA is an high-performance critical appliance. It's a combination of hardware and software made to process massive real-time data using in-memory computing, which combines row-based and column-based technology best suited for performing real-time analytics and developing and deploying real-time applications. SAP HANA is developed in C++ language. Supported operating system is SUSE Linux Enterprise Server. It was earlier at present. Now it's Red Hat Enterprise Linux RHEL. SAP HANA hardware partners are HP, Fujitsu, Cisco, IBM, Hitachi, etc. So language to know to work on SAP HANA is SQL, Structured Query Language. So what are the benefits of HANA is provides real-time analytics capability, accessing business reports will be faster, manages data volumes and complexity with the lower cost of ownership, which provides in-memory technology. And the benefits of implementing ERP with HANA is mainly the performance, optimization, process large volumes of data, provisioning of real-time analytics. So the main areas in the HANA is there are three areas which are mainly involved: administration, modeler, and application developer. Administration is responsible for HANA database installation, maintenance, monitoring, and backup and restore the user management. Modeler, when you come to the modeler is the one which is used to design, bring the data from a different sources to SAP HANA, build information models like modeling objects based on the business requirements. Application developer is the one who will be working on the programming languages like JavaScript, jQuery, HTML, and other languages to build web application that runs on SAP HANA database platform. So do we need the knowledge of SAP BW, SAP BOBI, and SAP data services? As we know, SAP BW is a business warehouse. It is a data warehousing solution from BW and provides a complete data warehouse solution for the customer to provide the analysis. is running on the SAP systems like ERP and CRM. And when you come to, if you have the BW knowledge, then it will be easier to understand object names and modeling concepts in SAP HANA. When you come to the SAP BW, BOBI is an enterprise reporting solution stack that can be used to create reports against any source system. You don't need SAP BOBI knowledge to learn SAP HANA. Note that if you have both HANA and SAP BOBI knowledge, then it will be easy to project your profile in the market, because most of the customers who owns SAP will have SAP BOBI as their reporting solution. So SAP data services, what you call as a BODS, and sometimes we call SAP DS. It's an ETL tool from SAP and used to extract and transform and load the data from different sources system to SAP HANA in batch. You don't need to know it SAP data service knowledge to learn SAP HANA. If you have both SAP HANA and SAP data service knowledge, then it will be easy to project your profile in the market, because most of the customers who owns SAP HANA will have SAP data services as their ETL tool. SAP first release was in June 18, 2011, and the first version named as SAP HANA 1.0. Once the first version is released, SAP followed the terminology to add the new features or fixes to the system like SPS. Most of the people doesn't know what is SPS. SPS is a support pack stacks. For every major change in the system features, SAP releases new SPS like SPS 02, SPS 03, SPS 04, and so on. When it comes to the revisions, revisions are released in between SPS and will be having maximum of 10 revision in between two service pack releases. Like example, revision 30 means SPS 03. And when you come to the maintenance revisions release as high priority fixes to make individual revision and system stable. We know very well familiarized with who are knowledge of Abap or who have a knowledge of SAP, will be raising the instance to the SAP node, where it is used to fix the instructions as per the SAP has given for our standard objects. So SAP release history and SAP nodes. SPS number started with SPS 00 to the latest SPS 11. So SAP we need to learn what is a SAP suite on HANA and S4 HANA. Most of the people are confusing with these terms. Like questions will be arise like, like which product should I go to, and can I go to suite on HANA and then S4 HANA? If I have S4 HANA finance, do I need a separate suite on HANA system to manage my non-finance process? What do I do with HR if I move to SAP S4 HANA Enterprise Management? So when SAP HANA is a database and also a platform. Now SAP release is S4 HANA and working on some module for S4 HANA. So S4 HANA is based on HANA database and two types. S4 HANA is S4 HANA for cloud and S4 HANA on-premise. The same way SAP HANA also is on-premise and for SAP HANA for cloud, which has been released earlier. So SAP HANA on-premise means if the client will be having their own data centers. This uses both Abap. When you come to the SAP S4 HANA on-premise, this uses both Abap and Fairy application, but near to the most program will be based on Fairy. So in my opinion, for moving SAP HANA is, as if you like programming, then you should learn SAP UI5, JavaScript, HTML5, etc. If you have a database skills, DBA skills, then learn HANA DBA, for which basis knowledge is required. DBA is a database administration. So SAP HANA modeling, this is same as BW, and if you know BW SQL, you can do best in this. If it doesn't have also, in my training, I'll give you the fundamental basics how you can enter into the SAP HANA. It's for functional consultant. If you're strong in a functional concept, then you can learn S4 HANA functional. So it has started with the in-memory SAP HANA in-memory in 2011. It has gone through 2015 for S4 HANA. So this is the main SAP suite of HANA has came up first, and as a traditional easy solution is available on HANA, means your all the tables, all the programs is available in the HANA, but only the engine has been changed. Means database is now HANA engine. Nearly all the SAP transaction codes are available, and there is no concept of data simplification. So when you come to talk about SAP S4 HANA, S4 HANA is a new product. It is based around the core ECC solution. SAP has come up with the embedded reporting, has been released with over 3000 CDS views currently available. So SAP BW and BPC can be embedded within the S4 HANA environment. So these are the comparisons of the versions where core SAP ECC process based on EC6, suite on HANA, S for finance and enterprise management. This is very useful when you are migrating your EC to the HANA version or S4 HANA. So as SAP recommends you to, when you are migrating to ECC to the direct HANA, SAP recommends you to migrate first to the suite on HANA, and then after that you have to move to the S4 HANA. So when you come to the architecture, SAP HANA mainly consists of two servers. One is index server and access engine server. The most important server is index server, is a core DB process, contains engines for processing the data, and for the front end we use a client called as SAP HANA Studio. HANA Studio is the client tool which is used to connect to the HANA database using SAP HANA Studio. So to connect to the SAP HANA database, Index Server helps us to connect to the database. And if you work with the web-based tools, then Access Engine will come into the picture, which allows client to access SAP HANA database to fetch data via HTTP. There are different tools available in the SAP HANA, like developer tools, DBA, administrator tools, SAP HANA Studio, web-based development and admin tools. So we are talking about the row-based and the column-based storage. In a HANA, a column based, so SAP HANA uses or supports both row storage as well as column storage. So whereas a traditional database system will store the data in a row based format, and a column based RDBMS will store each column together. So if we take an example of the here, the country, a table which contains a fields like country, product and a sales, where rows 1, 2 and 3 and 4. When you talk about the row storage, it will search each and every row and it will store the data like this. And when you come to the column, it will store the data like this. And when you fetch the data according to the country, it will go direct to the country and it will fetch the data accordingly. So a column-based database will be able to more quickly scan a column of the data than a row-based system. So this point is especially important for data reporting like SAP BW, and enables results to be given to the user much more quickly. And another important aspects of a column-based RDBMS is data compression. Since all values in a column are stored together, there is a possibility of storing the value only once. Alongside the number of occurrences we have to see. So this is the row based where it is going to store, and row storage versus column storage. So in the table you can see in the row based on the left side, it will go to the each and every row and it is searches. But where there is a column, we go to the particular order number 457 and then it will fetch us the data accordingly. So this is the difference between row storage and column storage. In HANA, there are different perspectives to work with the different developers to work in the HANA perspectives. What is a HANA perspective? Perspective is the one where you work and with the different consultants. So HANA perspective, in the HANA perspective, there are different perspectives like modeler perspective, modeler perspective, developer perspective, admin perspective, and debugging perspectives. So there are different perspectives to work with HANA and with the base of HANA Client Studio. So in this, we have to using these perspectives, we can build different modeling views. So there are different reporting tools for the HANA to see the front end. What are the if you want to in SAP Abap, what we do is we give the transition to the customer. Similarly, here also if you want to represent your data as a front end using the reporting tool, these are reporting tools. Even with the Microsoft Excel, we can display the data which is there in the HANA modeling. So there are HANA modeling views which is be using. So HANA modeling means a process of converting the data into business understandable information by performing integration and transforming. So building models in SAP HANA uses the hard innovation that SAP HANA possesses like parallel processing and multi-CPU and engines. So modeling contains the column we will be discussing more in the modeling like columns of modeling and refers to the activity of modeling, what it does and how we create the modeling views like attribute views, analytical views and calculation views. So columns of modeling will be having main attributes and the measures. Attributes like descriptive data like customer ID, city and country. When you come to the measure is a measurable and quantifiable data like revenue, quantity sold and customers. So classification of modeling views will be having attribute views, analytical views. So when you talk about the attribute views, what do you mean by attribute views? So if you want to create an attribute view, so we can, in the HANA, an attribute views as its name suggests to represent a view of master data to the user. So that is where we join the data and attribute view performs a role in SAP HANA. It can join one or more tables of master data attributes and present only certain fields to the user as in the form of view. So this is what the attribute view. In the attribute view, there are different types of views which can. There are four different types of attribute views which will be done here, like standard, derived, copy from and time. So regarding this we'll be discussing in the further sessions how an attribute view can be created. So we can as I showed you, we can create an attribute view, a projection of non-numeric data, allowing us in a simple way to extract only the necessary information from the database. So I, so attribute views can only work with characteristic attributes, that is meta information or information describing other information, so such as name and address and so on. So attribute views cannot work with any numerical data such as order amount or a salary. So to extract figures from the database, an analytical view must be used. So this view will be provide a projection of numeric data, combining it if necessary with one or more attribute views. So in this way, the analytical view will extract the figures from the underlying table and combine them with the meta information in the attribute view. So to describe the numeric data, we use analytical data. So SAP for readers familiar with SAP BW platform, this is analogous to BW Cube, is nothing but an analytic view, and its dimensions will be treated as attribute views. So this is the information models where the different client tools will be using. Okay, so this is what the attribute view which I discussed. So it comes with the star schema modeling. We use the star schema modeling for doing the multi-dimensional schemas. So we'll be talking about the fact tables and the dimension tables in the further sessions. So what is a fact table, what is the dimension tables, and in the online training, so I'll be providing you with the introduction to HANA and how the look and feel of the HANA studio will be there, and how what are the HANA architecture we have discussed on a high level. We have discussed what is a HANA and what is a HANA architecture, and we'll be discussing more on data provisioning techniques and HANA modeling and reporting. So this is the end of my session. So if you like my session, please send the comments in the videos, and if you're planning to attend the online training session, please send your details to Abap HANA Trainer 2601 at gmail.com. Thank you.